Okay, the first half he had 16 points by himself. I mean, so a coach on an opposing team say, "Hey, trip that guy up, put 3 guys on him or something." You know what I mean? Because he's the one that's carrying the game. But you were able to stop them from doing that.
Well, we again, Travis is always going to be the focal point for our team. He's our center. He gives us most of our inside scoring. What happens, though, is we have some pretty good perimeter players, so they kind of help each other out, and teams have to choose whether they're going to double down on Travis or play out on our perimeter guys. So, versus Elizabeth City, we didn't shoot the ball great from the perimeter, but Travis was able to do some damage inside. And as a team, we rebounded the ball really well, and that's a big key for us as the year goes on. Westmoreland, yes.
Yeah, he was the one that put the pressure on him too. They had to come off of Travis, because he was into the game,
Right.
But actually now you have Lincoln coming up. Right,
tomorrow night.
Lincoln coming up, and then what's the next team home game?
We're at Virginia
State
game. The next game is at St.
Paul.
On Saturday, and then Monday is Virginia State at home.
Virginia State at home. Right. Now, when you run into a team like Elizabeth City, they were throwing shots from the rafters. I mean, they outside shooting was just every time one of them take it, man, I say, oh my God, because their outside shooting was outstanding.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but what I think about Coach too, I was looking at Hyman. It seems like he's a really teachable young man. He seems like he listens. Some of those students don't listen to the coaches, but it seems like your team listen to how you coach and what you tell them, and they're gelling together.
That's a terrific word. We are starting to gel. We have been a work in progress this whole year, and we're starting to come together. And yeah, they're all very, very coachable. I love my basketball team.
Great.
I love my team. We have good young men. They really perform in the classroom well. They're good people, and we're becoming a good basketball team.
Great.
Oh, okay, Coach. Quickly, identify these young men. I think they're on your staff.
This is Nima Ovidmar, one of my assistants, Buck Carey, our graduate assistant, and my head assistant, Larry Stewart, who played for the Bullets.
So,
I got a great staff. I'm really pleased with them, and we're just kind of looking to continue to get better as a team and play our best basketball in March down in Charlotte.
So you're gonna be in Charlotte. You're thinking about the CIAA championship. Then where do you go after you win that?
From your lips to God's ears. If you win the CIAA championship, then you get an automatic bid to the NCAA national tournament. So,
and where is that going to be held?
It's held at different regions. So,
regions, I see.
We just want to take care of the business that we have to take care of, and we kind of look at this season in phases. A non-conference phase, which we've gone through. Right now, we're going through the conference regular season, and then it's the postseason. So we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We just want to try to play our best basketball, as we go along.
Well, actually, Coach, in this area, Bowie State has the best record. You're 12 and 3, right?
Yes.
You're 12 and 3. That's what I'm saying.
Outstanding. Yeah.
You're 12 and 3. Georgetown is 11 and 4. I mean, as far as the Scholastic, and Maryland's not in that. In there, I have to congratulate you for the best record in this area here.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yeah. And again, we're just trying to get better every day, play well as a team, and do the things that we have to do to win basketball
Well, tell me
games.
this: how do you combat those 3-pointers? I mean, hey, those guys they sitting there at the half court, throwing the ball up. I said, what you trip them up or what?
No, we just try to get a hand up on every shot.
Yeah.
And if they're good enough to make them over our hands, then
now when you
for
go
them.
to a game, you always hear you know the coaches go through their different little attics and everything, but you always hear the coach give instructions. He's a shooter. He's a shooter. Here, sit back on it, and you have to study the players of the opposing team and find out who's carrying that team, who does the outside scoring, who does the inside. How do you do that?
Well, fortunately, I have a great staff. So as my assistants put the scouts together, they look at all of that. You know, who are the best players? What do they do on offense? What do they do on defense? What's the best way for us to beat this basketball team? So as they put that scout together and we get together, I'm very comfortable with what the other team is going to do.
Okay, supposing it doesn't work, then you got to make a change on the spot.
Right. There's always adjustments that you have to make during games because nothing's going to go perfectly. But, you know, again, I'm really, really pleased with my staff. And we're able to make, you know, they give me good suggestions and we're able to make good adjustments.
Well, a key, too, is substitution at the right time. I was noticing Hyman near the end there, you gave him about a half-second rest, then you put him back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, we feel like we have a pretty deep basketball team. So it's important for us to use our depth. We want to try to wear the other team down. And we have a rule, if you're tired, they give me a signal that they want to come out, I'll take them out, and then they tell me when they're ready to come back in if they give me that signal.
Right, right. I thought about it when I was playing ball. I had a cousin that played on our team, and Mr. Killebrew was his last name, and he was about in those days he was about 6'3", so that was tall back there in the 50s and all, you know. So, and when he'd run down the court, subs, Mr. Killebrew, he would tell the coach,
take me out.
I didn't see him. But now the youngsters don't do that. You have to decide. She said, hey, look, Hyman needs to rest or so-and-so needs to rest. Let me put him back in, you know. But then it reminded me, he said, he run by the bench and said, sub, Mr. Killebrew.
I would like to comment on their facility. The gym is just so amazing. The remodeling, the restructuring of your gym is really nice. One of the nicest gyms in the CIAA.
Yeah, that's true. And we had a big remodeling last year. They repainted the floor, completely changed it. We got new bleachers.
Fantastic,
So yeah, we're real pleased with that, and just hopefully we can continue to improve upon that building a little bit more.
Great, great.
With the new athletic director, you're working on what projects now?
Well, right now for us, and again for him, it's fundraising across the board for the department because we need to do that, and he's doing a terrific job. So, as a coach right now, my only focus is my basketball team and what we're doing this season. But after the season, then we'll turn to fundraising projects.
Well, what about volunteers? It's a lot of people out, a lot of Bowie nights and all. Like something they could do to help you out there.
Well, we're open to it, and anytime anybody wants to be of help to the athletic department, not just men's basketball.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we'll be very open to that.
Okay.
Fantastic. I was also thinking about, when you see the roster, you see the kids' name and the weight and their positions. What about some of your guys? What are they majoring in? What do they desire to be? What are their aspirations as far as career is concerned?
We have a mix. We have some communications majors. We have some sports management majors. We have some business majors. We have a couple of English majors who want to go on to teach. So we have a pretty good mix of majors.
Fantastic.
So what would you, as far as career is concerned, you are concerned both with the personality of the individual. Do you have a career counseling system for the players to make sure that they maintain a certain average and get into career after they can play basketball because you know when you hit your 30s in most of the sports, baby, you know you got to have something else to do. You know.
Well, no, we feel like we have a good academic support system in place, and a good career track system in place as well. So we want to be concerned with the total individual.
Great.
They're students first, they're athletes second, and it's very important. And as you look at Dr. Burnham's vision for the university, we want to bring our young men in, have them become educated, and then graduate, and then become successful out in the world.
I see. So what about your various players? Let's give some of those guys some credit there. Tell us about your starting five.
Well, you know, we talked about Travis a little bit. I'm really excited about my starting five as my whole team. We'll start with our point guard, who is probably one of the key guys for us, Darren Clark, who was actually transferred from Lincoln University, and he's doing a tremendous job leading this basketball team. And if you ask him, he'll tell you playing point guard for me is not easy. And he does a great job. And then we have Jay Gavin, who also transferred in from VCU. And both of these are local guys.
From C. Pleasant, Gavin, right?
Yeah. And then our leading scorer is Eric Van, who was a PG County product.
And Hyman's from Baltimore, right?
Actually from Annapolis.
Annapolis,
yeah.
Okay.
And then Brian Wilson, who played at Riverdale Baptist, is a sophomore, and he's a starter for me this year. So he came in as one of my original, as part of my original recruiting class last year. So that's my five, and like I said, I'm really, really, really pleased with where we're going right now. We have to continue to get better, but I'm really, really pleased with where we're headed.
You had one injury. I thought Gavin was injured one time. He was injured in the last game.
Gavin
he was
actually
on crutches. I think.
Yeah, Gavin actually he broke his foot in the summer, and he had surgery. Came back, re-injured the foot right after Thanksgiving.
Is that right?
Wow. And
doing what? He wasn't playing.
He was
basketball?
practicing. Yeah, we were practicing, and he hurt it during practice. And he missed 4 games. He came back. He's actually playing hurt. He's really doing a great job. And because after the season, they're gonna go back in and put a pin in it.
Oh, wow.
So he's a tough young man.
Wow.
He seemed to be acting like quarterback out there.
He is. He's our vocal leader. Jay is our vocal leader.
You did not notice that.
Yep, he is.
Right. Yeah.
And he does a great job with it.
Yep. Great. Because and the team spirit seemed to be great. I think that's very important. When you have a team, is everyone feels that they're part of it.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
That's the way it's. Well, I'm glad to have you on. And after you went to CIAA and going to NCAA and everything, you'll be back here on the show there. And the women are doing a good job too. We're going to have them on here Friday.
Oh, great.
Because that Bowie program out there is really fantastic. I think that the president is emphasizing and the coaches are emphasizing the things and the guidance that the young people really need. And we appreciate you being in this community. Okay.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Thanks
so
much.
All right, you have a parting word?
No, just bring this game home Thursday, tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, this has been Ed Brown. See you next time. We're going to have the other half. You women, we're not going to leave you out. We're going to bring the Bowie Bulldog women on here Friday. Don't forget. See you next time.